how to become a nurse. You can go to any nursing program, whether it's LPN or RN. It's just a big change. So that's one option for people who are LPN who just want to do the bridge and don't want to do the 2-year program. Nursing programs are very competitive. There are a lot of people out here who's wanting to be a nurse, so you want your grades to be top tier. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, I want to welcome you guys. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about how to become a nurse. Whether you want to be an RN or an LPN, it doesn't matter. I'm going to give you the steps that you need to take to become a nurse. A lot of times people just don't know like what steps to take, what direction they need to head in. So if you are one of those people who's watching, you do not want to miss this video, because I'm going to give you all of the steps and the tips on how to become a nurse. Okay, so before we even get into the content itself, I want you guys to ask yourselves, why do you want to be a nurse? Why? Is it because of social media and the hype that's behind it, the Stanley Cups, the cute scrubs, money? Or if it's because you are truly passionate about taking care of people and that's just something you feel like God has called you to do, is to become a nurse. If it's the first choice, you need to reevaluate, because nursing is not this aesthetically pleasing feel where, you know, you get to wear the cute scrubs and it's just easy and it's about being pretty and cute and posting pictures. That's not what nursing is about. I don't know why people get on social media and post stuff like that, which I don't care. It's not about like posting it. Okay, you get cute, you go to work, but that's not what nursing is about. It's about like really going to work every day, putting your all into it, taking care of your patients. There are going to be a lot of days where you are going to question, like, is this really what I signed up for? Is this really what I cried and prayed for? Like, I ask myself that all the time. And my coworkers, I have coworkers, a lot of coworkers, they ask themselves the same thing, like, is this, oh yeah, they say be a nurse, you know, become a nurse, you know. You're gonna have those days like that, and then you're gonna also have days where your patients remind you, like, dang, this is why I became a nurse. Like, seeing people get better and recover from different diseases and sicknesses, and for them to like be able to smile at the end, and for you to make them their day and they make your day, it brings a lot of joy. I know, to me personally. I don't know about other nurses, but you know, that's always, I love getting that reminder, like on a weekly basis. I'm always have that one patient to come in and like remind me why I became a nurse and why I chose to be in this field. Sure, you're getting into it for the right reason, because money, you guys, the first year, maybe 2 years, depending on what kind of nurse you are or what specialty you go in, the money is not there. Unless you're traveling, you're doing strike nursing, or you live in a state where they pay and value nurses, the pay is good there, then yeah, but the money is just, it's not always there. Okay, so don't get into the field thinking, oh, I'm gonna be making all this money. And I mean, I guess I can say making a lot of money, everybody have a different meaning for that. You know, some people, you know, I mean, you know, you could be making $23 an hour and that may be money to you. To me, nah, it's not. I'm just saying. So don't get into it solely for the money. Make sure you're passionate about it. And I say all that because I know, and I've seen a lot of like LPNs and RNs go through the program, get the license. Within their first year, they quit and change professions. They change their choice of career. And it's like, girl, you went through all that, but you know, it just wasn't for them. And they had to go through all that. Unfortunately, they had to go through all that to figure that out. So without further ado, let's get into how to become a nurse. So I'm going to go over LPN and RN. There are a few different ways on how to get into a nursing program, and I'm just going to go over all of the things, and I'm going to tell you guys which option I chose when I became RN. Okay, so let's go to LPN. I do want to make a very, very important note, or just mention something. Every program requirements are different. I'm going over the program that I went to. Either you can contact or go online to the school that you are wanting to apply to see which requirements that you have to have in order to get into that program, okay? But I'm going over what I did and what this particular program that I went to, what they require. Our requirements are different, okay? I'm gonna keep saying that probably throughout the video, because I don't want you guys to like come on here and say, well, that's not what this particular program that I'm going through require. You lied, da da da. This is the program that I went through. Do your own research. I'm giving you the basic requirements. Some of this stuff that I'm telling you, just about every program you get into is going to require some of these things, but some may want more, some may want less. Just do further research, okay? So first, with the LPN, and I'm gonna put these sheets up, or I'm gonna screenshot this stuff. I'm going to erase the school and the school logo, but I just put the requirements up just so you guys can kind of get a picture of, or be able to visualize what I'm saying, okay? With the LPN program, you can do the 12-month. You also can go to nursing school immediately out of high school. So let's go over that first, okay? You can go to any nursing program, whether it's LPN or RN, straight out of high school. The thing about that is, if you do that, you not only have to take your nursing courses that are required for the nursing part of the program, but you also have to take your prereqs at the same time while you're taking those nursing courses. So I have seen people do it, and I would recommend that option for someone who does not have kids and don't really have much of a social life. And I say that because it requires a lot of time, attention, focus. Like, you really have to be focused if you take that option. Not saying you won't be successful, but I'm saying the people that I know that did take that route were people who were straight out of high school, who didn't have any kids, and who were didn't have much of a social life. So they just poured all of their time and energy into the program. Nursing school is already hard, like, by itself, and adding more classes just makes it even harder, and you have to have a lot more time to do that program, if y'all get what I'm saying. So if you were to do that, that means that you would have to take a nursing course, and you would have to take like 2 or 3 regular prereqs. And when I say prereqs, I'm talking about English Comp 1, general psychology, human growth and development, and you would have to have like an elective, like music appreciation, or what's the one I took? I took music appreciation, and I also took, I can't think of it, but I took 2 electives, but that was just for the RN program. But I'm talking about the LPN program. So your first semester, just to give you a quick preview of how it would go, the first semester you probably would take 2 prereqs and 1 nursing course, okay? And then the second semester you would take 1 prereqs and 1 nursing course, and then the next semester you would take another prereqs and a nursing course. So you would have to take a lot of prereqs with your nursing courses. And if you're doing the 12-month program, it's very fast paced, very fast paced. So you might have 1 week to study for like a 5 chapter test. So just keep that in mind. And that's why I say, like, it's harder, you know, if you go fresh out of high school into the program. But like I said, I do know people who did. I actually had a girl in my class. She was like 18, fresh out of high school, and she was able to pass the program. But she did RN. She didn't do the LPN. She did RN. And when I give a description on who I would recommend, like, that is kind of how, like, her lifestyle was. She didn't have any kids. She didn't have much of a social life. So, like, when she was at home, all she had time to do was study. Okay? So, yeah. For the RN, which is what I did. So, if you're an LPN, you can do the bridge program where, just say you've been an LPN for 3 years and you just feel like, okay, I want to be RN, I want to go to school. They have a bridge program, which is a 12-month program where you come in your first semester. Some schools, the school that I went to, the first semester was online. So they basically combine the first and second semester of the RN program and put that into 1 semester. You do it online. If you pass, then you jump to the 3rd semester and they place you in the classroom with the other traditional learners. Okay, and then you do 3rd semester in class and 4th semester in class, and then you graduate. I know some people who did that. I actually got a friend who just graduated, and she did the bridge program. So everybody give an applause for Deidre. So she just graduated nursing program. And with the bridge program, I recommend that to, like, people who gonna be focused, because combining semester 1 and semester 2 in 1 semester, that is very hard, y'all. Very hard. I do know people who had kids or had a child, single mothers, who were able to do it. But if you're a fast-paced learner, I would highly recommend to go that route. If you're more of a slow-paced learner, I kind of wouldn't recommend it, because it's very fast-paced for the first 2 semesters, being combined and you do that in 1 semester. And then when you do get with the traditional learners in 3rd semester, you kind of have to change and adapt to a new learning style, because everything is no longer fast-paced. And then you're having to, it's just a big change. So, yeah. But all of these things are doable, you guys. You know, you just have to find out what works for you and be determined and be focused, and you can do it, okay? So that's one option for people who are LPN who just want to do the bridge and don't want to do the 2-year program, okay? The program that I did, which is the generic traditional program, I went to a community college. I did 2 years of prereqs, and I graduated with just associate's degree. I started school May of 2017. I did not miss a semester of school. I went summer, spring, fall, winter. I did all of the semesters, okay? And that's how I got my prereqs. So I ended up graduating May of 2019, and I got accepted into the program June of 2019, and I started the nursing program August of 2019. So yeah, that's how it went for me. And the reason why I did that is because I did not want to be in the nursing program having to get prereqs, and on top of the prereqs, I'm having to also do my nursing courses. I needed to just be focused on one thing at a time. And that's just how I learn. And yeah, I didn't want to be overwhelmed, because when you're having to get your prereqs and on top of that doing the nursing class, it's kind of like getting 2 degrees at one time. If I just had to compare it to anything, because you're getting your regular associates courses out the way, and then you have to come back and do your nursing course, your ADN degree, which are 2 things. Yeah, so I didn't want to do that, so that's the route that I took. And then when I got accepted, the only thing I had to do was my nursing courses, which was doable for me. I will say nursing school is one of the hardest things that I did. I did a lot of crying, I was stressed a lot of days. It was very challenging, and then COVID hit during the time that I was in nurse school, so that just put more like stress, anxiety on me, because we ended up switching from traditional learning to virtual learning, and I'm not good with learning virtually. I'm more of a traditional person. I like to see pen and paper. I don't want to be looking at a screen, so that was very challenging for me. It was. So yeah, those are the things. Also, like, requirement wise, at the program I had to go, where I went to, you had to have 18 ACT. Like I said, you had to either have your prereqs already or be willing to do your prereqs while you did the program, your nursing courses. My program that I went to also offered evening and weekend program, meaning you could do a night nursing program. So they have the day shift program and then the night shift program. And for people who have other obligations like husband and multiple kids or just a child, whatever, and you can't do the day shift program, they had the night shift program that they offered. So yeah, and I think that's all that was required. You had to have your ACT, 18 on that, and your prereqs. With your prereqs, you got to make a C or above. The program that I went to, when I attended the program, you had to have an 80 or above to pass the nursing courses. But now they have changed it to a 78. Kudos to those who are blessed to be able to experience that, because nursing school is hard, and it's hard getting an 80, y'all. Ooh, it's hard, especially if you have never studied, don't know how to study. You've just, like me, my first semester, I didn't know how to study. I really didn't study much. It was just by the grace of God I passed with no problem. But as the course go on, as the semesters go on, you have to learn how to study. If not, you're not gonna make it. So yeah, it's very challenging, but I do think that, anybody can pass the program, but you just have to find out what works for you, find you a good study plan and strategy, maybe get with some people or, that's in the program that can help you study and all of those good things. But yeah, those are the steps you have to take. Get your ACT, 18. On the ACT, you need to get your prereqs like English Comp 1, college algebra, general psychology, AP1, AP2, Gen Bio. Like, get those things, C or above. And then after you get that, y'all, you can apply to the program, and it just goes from there. That's how you become a nurse. So yeah, I hope that my video is very informative. I am going to try and put these requirements, just like a list of what prereqs, majority of nursing programs. Some nursing programs do not require a ACT score of 18. Some programs require you to take a TEAS test. So like I said, every program is different. That's why you gotta do your research on whatever program that you are wanting to or interested into going to. But I'm gonna try and put these requirements add them to this video. That way you guys can like kind of visualize how each semester is and what is required, what prereqs are. ACT, if you're struggling to get the 18 on your ACT, I highly recommend going to an ACT workshop. I did not have an 18 before applying. I went to an ACT workshop, and basically an ACT workshop shows you and teaches you like different strategies to use to get the score that you are wanting to get. And it was very helpful. I was able to pass it along to someone else, and it helped them get their 18. I also was able to help a few other people. The ACT workshop is something that I do recommend for people who are not good test takers, or who don't understand the ACT and what they're looking for. That's something that helped me get my 18. So yeah, I think that's it. ACT 18 on the ACT, your preregs, C or above. I would say aim for a B or above, because the better your grades is, the better that looks for you, the easier it is to get into the nursing program. These nursing programs are very competitive. There are a lot of people out here who's wanting to be a nurse, who's applying, so sometimes it can be hard. So you want your grades to be top tier if you can, before applying. Before I go, I want to talk about finances, like financial help and assistance. There are a lot of financial resources that will help you pay for your nursing degree. I would recommend you looking into your local WIN Job Center. They pay for education, like nursing degrees. They will pay for you each semester to go to nursing school. Also look into scholarships. Sometimes the county that you may stay in or live in gives scholarships to students who are going to nursing school. Look into the school that you're attending to see what kind of scholarships they have to offer. $2,000 is a lot of money, you guys. $1,500, that's a lot of money. And I don't know if this is everywhere, but I know here where I live in Mississippi, after COVID, a lot of nursing programs went down on their tuition, because the school that I attended, they went down. It's not as high as it used to be. Probably like $3,000, or I can't remember. Don't quote me on that price, but I know they went down a lot, significantly. I can't get my words out. They went down significantly after COVID. So yes, look into WIN Job Center, scholarships, financial aid, especially for those people who may have used all of your financial aid, or when you did go to school, you didn't take school as serious, so you're on probation, financial aid probation, which I was on, but I got through it and I didn't have to pay anything out of pocket. So just look into those resources, and they will also like help you along your journey. Okay, that'll kind of take a load off of you far as stress. All right, y'all, so this is it. If you have any other questions, make sure you comment. I will be gladly to reply. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on the next video. You guys have a blessed day. Bye.